Hey, Gordon's here. We got a few cars to work on today, and we'll get to that a little bit later. But I'm gonna go run first. I gotta keep my body exercise so it don't rust like some of these cars that we work on. That's what's the problem with most of these cars that we work on. They're rusty and corroded and things are frozen up just from sitting all those years. So I don't want my body to do the same thing. I don't want it to start freezing up and rusting up and corroding. So I'm gonna go exercise it this morning, and I might film a little bit of that. I'm gonna go over here to Harrisburg. I'm driving there now to meet up with my running partner Brian. We've been running together for about 9 years. I met him about 10 years ago, and we've run a lot of miles together. This month we hadn't really, or since this corona thing, we haven't run together much, just because our work schedules have been different. And but we're gonna get together today and run. So you'll get to meet him in a little bit.
Where you going, and who's gonna meet you there?
Look what Brian got me for my birthday.
But guess who doesn't
My birthday was
care?
last month. He didn't
And
get to
I'll
see me.
step out too. And
He got me
since
a
I won't be here,
Bluetooth
happy birthday,
speaker.
Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year.
That's really cool and thoughtful of him.
My best wishes may be early, but I'm not sticking around to bake.
Okay, so we're running. I don't know how many miles we'll go, maybe 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10. There's no telling. Depends on how good we feel. Had a good rain this morning early. Everything's wet, but I don't think it's supposed to rain anymore. I hope not. I don't want to get wet. We always find something on our run. I found this laying face down in the grass. Probably a best place for it. All right, so we're on this old closed road out in Harrisburg. Little creepy houses and stuff out here. Who knew that this was out here? It's like a scene from The Walking Dead. Hey, doggone old license plate. Well, not old, 0820, so it's still good. I guess I'm running with that. I pick these things up when I find them. Man, we're out in the country. It's really nice morning. Kind of humid because of the rain that came overnight, but still, it's good to sweat. All kind of things all over the side of the road. we can't hardly get any running done for finding stuff. But that's okay, because it's not how fast you get there, but how much you enjoyed the journey, I guess. It's the way I am anyway. I'm not competitive. Oh my gosh. Okay, just a quick update. We're at 4.5 miles. Doing all I can to keep up with Brian. No, just kidding. But really, I don't know how far he's wanting to go. This is his turf, and he knows these roads back in here better than I do. So I'm a little bit lost. But that's okay. Back to what I said earlier about I'm not competitive. I didn't mean for that to sound like you're wrong if you're competitive. Some people enjoy that edge, the competitive edge, and that's fine. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'm not competitive because I'm slow. I slap signs. I don't know why. It just feels good to do it. Plus it makes a lot of noise. I like noise. But yeah, I slap signs. Well, we ended up with almost 8 miles. Let's see, Monday I ran with Dad. Tuesday I ran with, no, wait a minute. What day is this? Today's Thursday. Okay, so Tuesday I ran with Dad. Wednesday I ran with Ralph. And today I ran with Brian. So, yeah, I'm just trying to get a routine established again. Didn't run much this winter, through the winter and the fall, or fall and winter. And just want to get a routine established again so I can knock the rust off, I guess, since we talked about rust earlier. And those guys, Dad, Ralph, Brian, they help sharpen me. Look, so during the corona, everything's shut down. Here's what you do. You sit out on your tailgate and drink coffee. Okay guys, I've had enough running for one day. Let's do something fun now. This is my wife's 2018 Subaru Forester, and the wipers are finally wore out. We haven't ever replaced them yet, so that's what I'm getting ready to do. All right, so there, we can see them good. Usually what I do is I order my wipers off the internet because the local auto parts stores have just gotten so ridiculously expensive for wipers. I don't know why, but we ordered this set of Goodyear, all 3 of them, for pretty reasonable price off of Amazon. So I'm hoping that they're not going to be really hard to change. So anybody could do this at home, from their own home. You don't need to go to a garage to do this. I'm going to try to explain how to do this, or show you how to do this. It's hard to film and do do this with your needing. I can't even talk while I'm doing this. Can't even think good enough to talk. So I guess you'll just have to watch. Let's see. Okay, I figured it out. Bring you guys in close. Okay. On the top of that wiper, there's a tab. You just have to get your knife under there, or screwdriver, flat screwdriver, and pop that tab up. See, once you get that tab up, you can then slide the wiper off of there. Now that's the original Subaru wiper. Now the aftermarket Goodyear wipers may not be the same. We'll find out. Okay, so what I found out is it's simple, but it's overly complicated. It's overly thought out. So that flips up, that piece right there. I know you can't see it good, but trust me, there's a piece there that flips up. Then the original wiper comes off, just slides off. Now, this new wiper has a mechanism in here that moves up and down like that. And in order to get it mounted, you have to pop that mechanism out of there. You have to remember which way it goes in the wiper. Let's see, like that. Now that piece I just popped out of that new wiper, it's going to slide right up on the on the original arm there. And then we can snap it back on or into that, just like that. Just like that. And set it back down on the windshield. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So now we have to do the rear wiper. Wonder how hard that's going to be. Probably ridiculously hard. All right, somehow that has to come off of there. Okay, it just snaps off of there. It just pulls right off. Okay, the wind's blowing my tripod over. Now there's the new wiper. You can see in there they pretty much line up the same. So you just go right back in and if you're lucky, it'll snap back into the same spot. There you have it. Now I don't like those Goodyear wipers as much as I do the original Subaru wipers. The Subaru ones are heavier. They're just, you can tell they're better quality. But you see this was coming apart. So it was getting bad. If you can see that. I don't know, maybe you can. We'll find out later. See how it was coming apart. Now, for the life of me, I can't understand why they won't make refills. See, back in the old days, you could use the original arms and just replace the refill, the rubber squeegee. But nobody sells that anymore. Now you have to buy the whole arm. So you used to be able to do that pretty cheap, but not anymore. So there you have it. Windshield wipers, new wipers on the 2018 Subaru. And you're probably just as confused about replacing wipers as you was before you watched this video, if not more confused. Thanks for watching anyhow. Okay guys, this Toyota just came in. What is it? It's a Toyota of some kind. Oh yeah, the RAV4. Said they were having some bearing noise and they were scared the engine was going out. But then coming down the driveway, they actually, I guess the battery light came on and the vehicle started dying. So maybe the alternator is going out. Maybe it's right there. It's not too hard to get to. So hopefully, yeah, that will be the main problem. We'll see. I'll try to crank it up. The battery may be dead. Let's see what happens. All right, fired up. Let's see. It sounded weak, but it cranked and ran. I don't hear anything loud. It sounds real smooth. There's no, I mean, there's a maintenance required light on, but that could be anything. Usually that would refer to the oil change timer. It has got a whine to it. Maybe that's what they were hearing. But there's no charge light on. I think he said the battery or charge or something, this light came on, so. Yeah, probably that alternator's humming. I'll have to get my stethoscope and listen to it. Vehicle owner states that the vehicle stalled. Yesterday he was having what sounded like bearing noise. Today the vehicle stalled, and that's when the check engine light came on. Or no, the battery light came on. And there's the battery light, just tried to come on. And he stated that he briefly lost his power steering, but that would be consistent with the engine stalling. That would cause the power steering to stop working. It would cause the battery light to come on. Although the battery light does keep flashing. I'm going to get my voltmeter and do a test on it and see how well that alternator is charging or not charging. If the alternator was locking up, that could stall the engine. But right now everything sounds really smooth. So the charging system is only producing 10.3 volts. Which just a minute ago it was only producing 9.5 volts. It needs to put over 13 volts out, preferably 14. So charger system's inefficient. It's probably most likely a bad alternator. Fortunately, somebody didn't punch out the numbers on the battery, so we don't know how old the battery is, although it is a Toyota battery. It says Toyota on it. Oh, never mind. 9/17/1890. So the battery's only 3 years old. So it's probably a good battery. It's just the alternator has stopped producing. Let's test it again. Okay, now we're down to man, we're all over the place now. Turn some headlights on. Turn the fan up on high speed. Turn the radio up. Turn the wipers on. Where's the wipers at? How do those work? Turn the wipers on. Now let's see where we're at voltage wise. Yeah, now we're down under 10 volts. Electric fan just came on. The coolant fan. Yeah. Alternator. Okay guys, while we're waiting on parts, we'll get this hay moved. Let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 bales on here. And we got the hay trailer down there at the house that I had to repair the roof on so it don't leak on this hay. But we need this trailer Saturday, so we got to get this hay off. He's coming up with the truck right now. Using your camera? Or are you using your backup camera? He's obviously not using his backup camera. I'm gonna have to show him this later. Right there, a little bit more. Right there. Oh, pretty. Pull that door down. Lock Jared in there. All right, I've been trying to get in here and do a little film on this truck here. Again, we're over here at the Never Satisfied garage, working for him this week. Last weekend we put the 1958 GMC cab onto a mid-80s GMC square body frame and chassis. You might ask why we would do that. You just get better suspension components, steering components, just upgrading the safety of the vehicle onto a more modern chassis. So you just get a cool factor and a more drivable truck. You just modernize the drivability, I guess you would say. But it's coming along real good. We got the body mounted. My job this week is to get the clutch pedals and the brake pedals hung up under the dash, get the newer modern steering column mounted in here and up to the factory square body gearbox, which is down there. You see it's got the Hydro Boost brake system, much better than what came factory in 1958, and it'll mount through the firewall there. It's got the 350 Chevy in it. Hasn't run in a couple years, so I got to get it all wired up and plumbed and everything, get it running. It's a 4-speed truck, so 350 4-speed utility body, and naturally we are going to lower it, so it'll be sitting low to the ground when it's done. So I'll try to video and put some pictures up of the progress.
We'll pull that truck out. Because the frame bracket, the bumper off of the
Yeah, we got to get those frame brackets off. I'll do that real quick.